Okay, folks, I'm just getting these knocked out on a Friday afternoon of the 28th, but today that you're watching this is Monday the 31st, and this goes through Friday. Yesterday, we identified our parts of speech, right? And then today, we are identifying our sentence parts. So hopefully you've already had a chance to look over these and determine what your major sentence parts are. If you were savvy and looking at Tuesday's notes, you notice that standing on a ladder is a participial phrase. Just like anytime you have participles, infinitives, prepositions, gerunds, you have the phrase, you read it to the first noun, and that is your phrase. On a ladder is a adverbial prepositional phrase. I is your subject. Slipped is a verb. And is a coordinating conjunction. Broke is a verb. And window is your direct object. Broke a what? Broke a window. So this verb is transitive. Slipped, there's nothing that slipped. I slipped what? There's no answer to that, so the verb is intransitive. Okay? And then we'll look at our vocabulary. Yesterday we finished up with egocentric. So today we're going to look at chasm. See, it's like a deep canyon here. You have a chasm. When the couple lost their only daughter, it caused such a chasm in their relationship that the divorce seemed inevitable. So inevitable means it couldn't have been helped. It definitely was going to happen. So you can see that this is a literal definition of chasm because it's a split or a divide, and you see how deep it is. Look at, isn't that amazing? I wonder where that is. But that, I would hate to fall down in there. You can probably see some planes flying down in there. But this is a figurative version of chasm. There wasn't a literal, it wasn't like the husband and the wife were standing over on two different sides of the cliff. It's figurative, right? It's a metaphor, because they couldn't communicate anymore. There was problems in the marriage. And a chasm is a noun that literally means a deep divide in a canyon or a ravine. Figuratively, it can mean a deep divide in a relationship, as in a divorce or estrangement. And to be estranged is like alienated from someone, where you can't communicate, see eye to eye anymore, right? Unfortunate. But sometimes that happens, people grow apart. And so then you have our next word for the day is quixotic. That's a fun word to say, isn't it? Okay, so quix means strange or queer, and ick means characteristics. So Don Quixote wavered under the quixotic notion that windmills in the Spanish countryside were dragons. So he set out to destroy them. So he was nuts. And he had his faithful little sidekick named Pedro, who rode a donkey. And Pedro knew that Don Quixote was off his rocker, but he still tried to, cater to that, I guess. It's an adjective, and it means exceedingly idealistic, unrealistic, and impractical. Like fanciful, someone who has these romantic notions that they could kiss a frog and a prince would emerge from the frog, would be also a quixotic notion. It might be a quixotic notion that you could just write down the DGP and write down the grammar and never study it, and or the vocabulary and never study it, and store it in your long-term memory. That is a quixotic notion, because it takes daily exposure to this stuff to really seal into your long-term vocabulary. Use it in your speech and your writing. That's how you really own this stuff. Okay, keep working hard. I know you are. You make me so proud. Email me with your questions and stay on top of your Light in the Forest reading and the other Native American literature that I'm pushing out to you this week, those of you at home. And this is Cohort C week, so this is for you, A and B, right? Okay, have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.